Hey Giggles, there's 30 minutes left of my birthday, so I had to film it quickly, so. That was shot at 11:30 last night when it was still my birthday because I knew I could not make this video on my birthday. There was just too much happening. But yeah, I shot that after I was walking out of an airport, which I'll get to the airport later. I'll get to that story later. Giggles, I wanted to tell you everything that happened on my 18th birthday because it was really weird and one of the most interesting birthdays I've ever had because it had hardly anything to do with me. It was more about everybody else than me, which was really interesting. So first off, I went to lunch with Dee, her son, and her son's friend's family. Mouthful. It was interesting because I didn't know two of them, and the two 8-year-old or 9-year-old, I don't know how old they are, were like fighting like crazy, and it just was weird. I'm turning 18, I'm hanging out with a bunch of either grown-ups or kids. There's nobody my age. But the restaurant ended up surprising me and the people with me by bringing out carrot cake. This slice of carrot cake. Homemade carrot cake that had won a blue ribbon at, I think, the county fair. And you could see the slices of carrots in it. And it was delicious. And I had a little candle on it. And I got sung happy birthday. And that ended up being my birthday cake. Because for the rest of the day, I got nothing. I didn't actually eat for the rest of the day. I had lunch and nothing else. Well, at some point I got green licorice. Yeah, I'll say that part later too. You'll understand later. But after lunch, my mom and me raced to my grandparents' church because we were on a tight schedule. We had lunch and then we had to leave and have to go straight to the church and celebrate the life of everybody that was in the parish that died, including my uncle that died earlier this year. So we went to that, and so that was like all about remembering people, so it was interesting, and I would tell you more about it, but then I would be looked down upon because I did a lot of things that churchgoers just don't do, and I'll tell you about them later, but not on video. The third thing I did was go to the airport and see my uncle who was was coming back from Washington, D.C. because the government took him and a bunch of other World War II vets to the monument in D.C. and they started flying back. So the whole airport was like, it was like this. And the thing I loved most about that whole thing was that, well, actually there's two things I loved most, but one of the things I loved most about the whole thing was the people coming off the elevator. They reacted in two ways because all these people are walking by and there's all this clapping, and they were like, they either didn't come out of the elevator and they're like, never mind, I'm just going back. Oh, I guess I just went back in. Or they would look around and be like, what do we do? And then they would go on and like walk away. The better than the elevators, part of the trip, part of the airport trip, was I went to the airport bookstore with this person. Giggles, you know her. I know you know her. And she bought me this for my birthday present. Peter Pan with pictures. Just a second. See, pictures. It's cool. Perfect present for me. Perfect. Best present ever. Thank you. But yeah, that's how I spent my 18th birthday. Eating, church, and airport. The airport we were at for 3 hours, and that's why I had to tape that, because I wasn't gonna get home in time to do a vlog. So I couldn't do it. No, Giggles, You asked me to show you what I wore on Halloween, and I would happily do that. But I'm at my grandparents' house right now because that's just where I end up being. We're apparently having my birthday party now. But no, I don't have my costume with me. I will show you some other time. I think you've probably seen it because I'm reusing it because I love it so much. But I'll show it to you again. I'll actually show you exactly how I wore it with like the clothes too, because it's only like 4 pieces, and like clothes, your regular clothes. And I'll do it exactly how I wore it. You also asked me a story. So here's the story. Once I dreamt that I fell down a rabbit hole and ended up in this different world where I had tea with a hatter, a March hare, and a dormouse. And I also met this cat that had a huge smile and could disappear, which was the coolest thing ever. And I love him, and I'm going to very much love that cat. I also met this really, really mean queen who was always like, off with their heads! And she had cards protecting her. Oh, wait. Never mind, Giggles. That was Alice in Wonderland. I never dreamed that. That'd be cool, but that was Alice in Wonderland. Oh, and you wanted a scary story. Fresh out of that. You're not gonna get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then before I go, Giggles, you asked why Spammy was yelling at a lion. I think that was your question. It wasn't a lion. We never yelled at a lion. We were yelling at a deer. And the reason for it was pure fun. What is the question to this? Okay, so that was my 18th birthday. I'll show you my costume some other day. And I can't wait to I want to see your next video because I didn't really ask you any questions, so I'm wondering what you're going to do. And I have to go because I guess the party here, if you can hear the laughter, has come. So I have to go be a birthday girl. So I was gonna say thank you, but I don't know why. Okay, bye, and I hope I see you soon because I didn't get to see her for my birthday, so bye. P.S. Giggles, just because I'm 18 in the eyes of the government does not mean I'm an adult. So remember that. We can still do fun things. It's just that if you get caught, it's not as bad as if I get caught. So I will throw you under the bus. Bye.